Hello, happy Monday. SERV, leading gapper. RR, second leading gapper. AMIX, fourth leading gapper. And MLGO, a little bit further down on the gap scan. These are the four stocks I'm watching this morning. I'm also keeping an eye on MEIP, just in case. So it's Monday the 22nd. Welcome to Advantage Day Trading. My name is Josh. I trade small cap stocks. Looking for news catalysts, and we don't have a lot of that this morning. SERV, S-E-R-V, it does have a news catalyst. So let's take a look here at the larger time frames now. First thing, this is the daily time frame. Great big move on the 19th, and this one is in blue sky breakout mode. So what is the news on this one? We'll just take note of that. SERV robotics shares are trading higher after NVIDIA last week disclosed a stake in the company. So I suppose that's pretty good news. All right, so on the hourly time frame, it's an hourly uptrend with higher lows. So to keep this hourly uptrend intact, need to see 971 hold as support. So that's well above this daily candle right here. That previous daily high right there, sitting at 997. Pulling back here now, 15-minute time frame. So haven't really established a clear downtrend, but had a triple top up here and a loss of this support area. Pulling back, hourly consolidation. So what we're looking for here as we go to the smaller time frames. So the 5-minute time frame is a 5-minute downtrend, and we're looking to see if we can get a 5-minute uptrend. There's a big enough bounce here that any kind of pullback, we could see a higher low form and a higher high, which would give us our 5-minute trend change. And that would mark the bottom on that hourly consolidation, the temporary bottom. If I go back up here, let's see. Have to go back all the way through to yesterday. There's a red candle there. I'll mark out this line here. Okay. So that one came into play. Bounced off of it. I think there was also a level back here, post-market. Yeah, right there. And I'm going to get rid of this daily. So right where the apex is, pretty close to it, that's where support was found, and then a bounce. So that line's been tested. I'll get rid of that. I'm going to keep the ascending line here for now. 971 is our hourly higher low. Okay, so looking for a 5-minute higher low on this one. We'll come back to this and see if there's a place to trade it at the open. There are several resistances overhead. I can mark those out here. So the high of pre-market is $13 psychological. $11.89 is that resistance. And there we go. So we topped out here at $11.60. This is my favorite one, SERV. This one has the most volume. This one has an uptrend in the hourly. So now RR here, this is our second leading gapper. This one also has an hourly uptrend. I don't like the price. I don't like it as much because of the fact that we had this big move up to 3 and it's sold off, and now we're trading below 50% of that range. So I'm not too thrilled with that, but got to take what the market gives us. So maybe there will be something on this. Now let me see if I can put a line here and here. Okay, so that got tested. And resistance is up at 213 and 207. We also have the 200 moving average up here at 265 up in this area here. So a lot of resistance, but there's definitely a pocket here. If we can get above 207 and 213, maybe. Right now, looking for an hourly higher low. Kind of sort of have a lower low here, but not really any follow through. This was basically an equilibrium, and we broke the low of this candle back here. You could technically say it's a lower low, but we'll see if the bears get follow through on that, then yes, for sure, that's an hourly downtrend, and I will not be looking to trade that at that point. Okay, so moving on. Actually, let's take a look at the smaller time frames here. Yeah, so I guess I'll have to keep an eye on that bigger time frame. Lots of resistance up in here. So the trend does seem to be continuing here as far as slow price action. It's been that way, but then we'll see some opportunity after the bell rings, and so I'm really hoping that today will give us some opportunities. And I hope my software doesn't malfunction again like it did on Friday. That was disappointing, but I did manage to come back and take some good trades, but didn't live stream it. So AMIX, I think this one is now the third leading gapper. Yeah. I thought this one had news. Yes. Going to participate in some virtual investor closing bell series. I don't know what that means, but didn't really see anything else to put on the scan. So this one, I didn't like the upper wick on this. Rejection off of 212. And, it's kind of a 15-minute uptrend. I'm not real excited about this stock. But we'll keep an eye on her and see what happens. Volume is super, super, super light. It's got a really nice float, but it's a little cheap in price and the volume's super light. I do like this consolidation pattern here. Look at that on the 5-minute time frame here. It's got a little kind of a falling wedge type of look to it. So I don't know. We'll see. Can mark out the resistance 177 and 170. So I'll look for the volume to come in on that one. And then MLGO. This one actually has quite a few shares traded this morning, and it's got a nice float. I've traded it before. So if we look at the larger time frame here, MLGO got pretty beat up. Many, many, many days of just lower lows, or lower highs, rather. Had one little attempt at a higher high here, but failed. And just going lower and lower and lower. Broke this support back here. So I would say MLGO is probably due for a bounce on the daily. I marked out a resistance up at 586. We do see here an hourly uptrend. So, definitely want to hold this support here. It'd be nice if this was our higher low. That would be nice. I could draw a line across here. Okay. Let's go back now to the smaller time frames. So trading below VWAP. All I can do really is mark out resistance levels on these and just kind of watch it at the open and see how it trades. Looking for volume. Double top up here at 303. So SERV giving us a 5-minute higher low. That's what we want to see. Now we need to see that higher high. That would be our trend change, and that would tell us that the hourly higher low has been set. And we'll be looking for further upside and possible breakthrough 13, depending on what these bulls want to do here. Got about 4 minutes until the market is open. I don't necessarily like having this line here. Get rid of that. So my thing is I like to try to find a trade first thing when the bell rings. So I look for a support level, or if a stock starts to break through a resistance, I'll look to buy a back test of that resistance pretty quickly on the same opening 1 minute candle or the next 1 minute candle. For instance, MLGO, it's possible I might try to buy off of this ascending line at the open if the price is trading down around there. MLGO, not necessarily bullish on the long and the larger time frames, but like I said, I'm looking for a bounce. Now AMIX breaking down here. So its hourly consolidation is continuing. And this one may not be something that I'll keep an eye on. $10.90. Well, time frames aren't completely lining up. We have this up here, this down here. So if this pulls back into this area, you got the EMAs here too. 1 minute, 30 seconds actually, till the market is open. All right, I'm gonna have that new 5-minute candle. And 5 seconds. Let's see if we get a pullback first thing on this. My order's not getting filled. Okay, so we're having a slow platform this morning. I'll just quickly take that profit. Try to jump back in on this little pullback here. Oh, a little late to the party there on MLGO. There we go. And look at our R here, volume coming into it. We can break through 12 on SERV. Okay. Got resistance up at 13 on this one. Stopped out over on MLGO, so I guess it's not ready to go yet. Pretty good drop on SERV. Am I going to take a big loss here? We'll see. My max loss is now at negative 24, and I just hit it. Well, there you go. Oh, I tried to exit there as it started to drop, and I bet you we're going to bounce here off of this area down in here. The VWAP's there at this previous resistance we broke out over. No, that's, oh, I'm down negative 68 instead of negative 24. Just the size of the drop there. So yeah, I'm a little saddened to the fact that I missed that little bounce opportunity, but well, this one's bullish, and I do expect to see a move back up to 1250. However, it did have kind of a quadruple top up here, so a lot of resistance up at 1250. But I can't trade anymore. That is my day. I was up 76 points at one point. So this is going to do, this is going to be negative 68. So that's basically, that's my low. I don't know why it says low of 0. That's not correct. Anyways, my high is 76. So after the big day yesterday, little red candle today, that's totally manageable. This is why I have stop loss software created to keep me from taking huge losses. And if things aren't working, then it keeps me from making big mistakes. So now that drops my average down to 41. That's fine. Red days are inevitable. They happen. I was hoping for another big green candle today, but you know, it's a slow Monday, beginning of the week. And let me actually put this on full screen so you can see that. Sometimes I forget to do that. So yeah, big breakout week last week because of thanks to Friday. So starting my day in the red, starting my week with a red day, and that's fine. Sometimes losses are hard to swallow. Some days they're harder to swallow than other days, especially when I was hoping to see another big green day today, but it's just part of the game. So here we are bouncing off of that level, and look at RR. So starting to see a little bit of nice price action here. RR needs to break out. Let me see here. Got to turn this off. There we go. RR still needs to break over 213 and 207. But it's got a nice start here. And MLGO over here, I was trying to buy it off of this. Let me see, turn this off. I was trying to buy it off of this ascending line here. I tried it right in here, and then I ended up getting out, and then I got back in it, but then it came down and stopped me out. And now it's continuing down. I just thought, you know, maybe this is the day that it might bounce, so I thought I'd take a shot at it, but like I said earlier, it wasn't necessarily bullish. And now nice equilibrium forming here on SERV. That 5-minute candle is about to close. So the level that it bounced off of was there. You had the EMA, you had the VWAP, and you had that 1138 level. It's actually kind of down here. Broke out over that right at the open, and then back test of it here. So holding it here so far, you see there were some buyers in there. But with that 5-minute candle about to close, one could ask, okay, is this thing really going to go higher now? But it might. Got to get over 1194. You got that top up here of 1250. And what happened for me is on this move up, I hit. I have targets now that I'm looking at. So when I hit 50 points, I increase my share size. And so that's what I did here. I increased my share size as I got up to 50 points. I was up at 76 points. My next target would be 100, where I increase my share size more. But, you know, because I increased my share size, my loss here on this drop was bigger. And I was actually adding to it as the candle was dropping. I was selling some of what I had, adding more lower, looking for it to bounce back up. And I kind of thought it was gonna, but it just started showing a lot of weakness there. So it's one of those days. RR starting to trend here. So it got over that resistance. Need to see it get over it and hold. What else on the scanner this morning? MIRA is on the scanner, making some nice moves. Lots of volume. That's MIRA. This one wasn't even on my on the gap scan this morning, I do not believe. Yeah, looking pretty good. I think it's just got halted there. So it's got plenty of volume. So it's probably thickly traded, I'm assuming. I can't see my price ladders, but that's what I'm guessing. So rejecting on RR off of that daily, pulling back here. We'll see if it consolidates below this level and maybe tries to break back out. Big drop there on SERV. We came down into this zone right here. I marked those lines out before the open. Could get rid of that one and just say we have that entire zone right in there. And maybe that's where she bounces from, and then we see that next leg up. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here. So negative 68 points, not a big deal. Oh, look at RR. It's trying. It's trying. All right, y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you back here first thing tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.